Hey, sis.
Hey everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is something completely new, very much so out of the ordinary for what we usually do. This is the very first episode of Faith and Frets. Do you guys even know what frets are? I didn't initially until about a month and a half ago. I found out so much more. So what are we doing here? I know you like, girl, what is you up to now? I know you see this guitar right here, right? So I picked up a new instrument, right? So I have my vocal instrument. I not many of you know I used to play piano a lot. I played for a very like 6-7 years. When I was younger, and my piano instructor, she ended up getting sick. She actually got cancer, and she stopped teaching. Y'all, the whole time I thought she died. She didn't die. She got cancer and stopped teaching. So as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, she done died from cancer. She didn't die from cancer. Okay. She just stopped teaching. I actually saw her at like a hometown buffet, and I'm like, you just alive, right? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We are talking about guitar today, and I've actually been kind of logging my journey. It can be pretty tedious, and like I say in a lot of the videos that I'm gonna upload later, I be forgetting to turn my camera on because I actually practice quite a bit. But let's just tell a little bit about it. So I was at work one day, and I was just talking about the fact that last year I was like, man, I kind of want to play guitar. And then years before that, a friend of mine, shout out to Michelle, she picked up the guitar, and I was like, dang, I want to play guitar. And I never picked it back up. So I never paid it any interest or anything, right? So my son last year ended up picking up the electric guitar, and I'm like, Lord, here we go. Like, are you trying to tell me something, Jesus? And he actually enjoys it quite a bit. He really, really, really likes playing guitar. So I went to Guitar Center with him a couple of times, just getting him stuff. And the acoustic guitars are actually in. Oh, let me put this down. They're in a. I'm not gonna be able to see that. They're in a completely different area than the regular guitars, and they would just call my name like, oh, Jocelyn, you're supposed to be playing me. And people always tell me I have like huge hands. They're like, you have hands to play instruments, you know? And I just didn't have the desire. I'm like, Lord, I can't pick up another hobby, another fad, another nothing. Like, not another job. Y'all know I work a lot. I got these kids I'm trying to take care of. I can't pick up nothing else. I don't need to do nothing else. So I just kept putting it off. And I was at work one day, and this guy came in, and he was talking to me, and he like, yeah, I always ask my new hires at the job, like, what do you do for fun? And, whatever. And he's like, I'm in a band. I'm in a dad band, and I play the guitar. And I was like, dang, I wanted to play guitar. And he was like, you should. And I was like, yeah, but I really can't afford lessons right now. I'm trying to do better about my money. So I really don't need to financially pick up another thing, right? So he was like, well, if you get a guitar, and I'll help you. Like, I'll help you figure out what you need to do. And I was like, how about you help me get a guitar? Because they're not cheap. Come to find out, they really are not that expensive if you're getting like a beginner guitar, kind of like something I have, right? It's a funny story about that too, y'all. So look, after I had this conversation with this man, I kind of mentioned to a friend of mine, like, yo, I want to play guitar. I mentioned it to my dad, and my dad's like, duh, you should definitely pick up another instrument. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to look into it. And I do this all the time, y'all. I know doggone well I ain't got no money for whatever I want, right? I will put it in that cart so doggone fast like I'm about to buy it. And then God always make a way. So I put the guitar in the cart, and somebody gave me the money for it, right? So I ordered the guitar offline. I'm not sure if it's a good guitar or not. It's like a Donner something off of Amazon. I don't know if it's good or bad, whatever. So I ordered the guitar online, and then I'm like, I had buyer's remorse. I'm like, I need that money. And Amazon hadn't taken the money out yet. I'm like, I kind of need that money, right? So I canceled the order. I was like, I ain't even finna get it. I'm not even finna get it because I need that money. I need to put that money somewhere else. So I canceled the order, and I told a friend what I did. And they were like, I mean, if you really want to do this, I invest, right? And I'm like, man, what? Like, now I done bought the guitar, I canceled the guitar, And I'm like, for real? And they like, nah, for real. Like, just let me know, how much everything gonna hit for, whatever. So I decided this time, because I couldn't get with the guy from work, I decided I was going to go into a Guitar Center and just talk to them about guitars. I'm like, I kind of just want to talk to y'all. I ain't coming in here to spend no hundreds and hundreds of dollars, no big money grip. I'm really coming for the $50 setup joint or whatever. They come with the bag and they come with the capo and it's got all the picks with it or whatever. So I go in and I'm like, yeah, I need the cheapest whatever you got, because if I'm not for real, I need to be able to say I didn't spend too much money trying to invest in another hobby or whatever. So I go in and the lady's like, no, I don't think you should get that one. Like, I don't think it's a good idea. It'll be a lot harder for you to play, versus getting something a little reasonable. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be very expensive. So long story short, I ended up getting this Jasmine guitar. It's pretty basic. And I do not care. We do not care. But I really like the guitar. Actually, it smells strange and it still smells like that. But it's just a regular acoustic guitar. 6 strings. I didn't tune it or anything. I guess I can go through that with you guys. But yeah, it's just a regular guitar, acoustic guitar. And I played it a little bit while I was in there. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. So I bought the guitar. Okay, then 2 days later, the guitar that I canceled showed up to the house. Now, I don't know if y'all know anything about Amazon. They ain't going to charge you for it because they should have stopped the shipment or whatever. So now I'm like, man, should I send it back? Bro, it costs as much as the guitar to send the guitar back. I'm like, if y'all want the guitar, send me some shipping and I'll send it back. Long story short, they weren't finna do that. So I'm like, cool, I'm just gonna sell the guitar, make a little money, you know what I'm saying? But I had a good friend that decided she wanted to pick up the guitar, her husband or somebody, child. So I ended up giving them the guitar, and I kept this one because I really, really liked it. So anyway, that's how I ended up with this guitar. And I decided that just like anything, if I dedicate myself to it, and dedicate it to Christ, I believe he gonna cut up. I believe he gonna do a thing. Why do I want to play guitar? Because I want to do worship in my living room by myself sometimes, right? And I just want a little extra something. Y'all know I love to hang out with the homeless, and sometimes I can't get my whole band together. And I want to just be able to maybe take my guitar out there and do some praise and worship with them, get them some peace, a little water, whatever. It ain't always, pop-up praise ain't always got to be a circus. It ain't always got to be a bunch of people coming together with a whole bunch of stuff. Sometimes me and my kids just take a case of water out there and sit and talk to them sometimes. So that way I can play some music with them. This homeless guy was playing a ukulele one time out there and he's playing and I'm singing. It was a whole vibe, right? So yeah, that's kind of another reason I wanted to get it or whatever. But I knew that if I just dedicated my time to it, I remember playing piano and I remember not practicing like I should, right? Not being far enough along for the amount of time that I was playing because I just didn't practice enough. So I'm like, man, I wonder how much I should practice. And you have to build up calluses and things like that on your hands. Don't nobody really want to tell you that out the gate. Like, that you have to play enough days in a row, weeks in a row to build up calluses on your fingertips because your little fingers are going to be sore a little bit from pushing on these strings and acoustic strings. My son has an electric guitar. The only reason I know this, y'all, I ain't no guitar guru, nothing. I don't know nothing, y'all. I promise. I'm learning everything, and I'm just going to take y'all along with me. But my son plays electric guitar, and his strings are a lot softer than mine. They're not nearly as sturdy as mine. Completely different instrument. But yeah, so I know that, and my fingers were like super sore. Even when he played my guitar for a little bit, he's like, Mom, whew. So building up calluses and things like that. But I was willing, right? So I picked up my guitar every day for like 30 days straight. I made sure I picked it up. And I got another blessing, y'all. So at Guitar Center, when I bought my guitar, they were like, you want to do like a little free lesson? Y'all know I'm bent towards a bargain. So I'm like, duh, I want to do a free lesson. And they like, it's 15 minutes. You just meet with somebody, see if you're interested in lessons or whatever. See if you can learn something. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was supposed to meet up with this gentleman named Spencer. And to me, Spencer sounds like a cool rock star. You know what I'm saying? He play rock music. He about to spaz out. He got a little long ponytail. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. So I get there and I'm a little apprehensive because y'all know I'm saved. And I really, 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 not only do I only listen to Christian gospel music, I like it. Okay. So it's not like, oh, she listening because she got to. No, I love what it does to me, right? I understand what praise and worship is, and I understand what the words are to the song, you know, all of that. So I'm like, man, I really just want to play that. And I do know that music is rooted in so many different genres that I'll probably end up having to learn a little bit of something just to learn the type of music that I'm going to be playing. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to go see what Spencer's talking about. So I go in there, and y'all, Spencer not there. I meet up with this old guy. I hope he don't mind me talking about him on my YouTube channel. I'm going to ask him if he don't want me to say his name and stuff. I meet this guy named Doc, right? An old black man, y'all. When I tell you, I'm like, first of all, anybody named Doc be the boss at their craft. It don't matter what it is. They call it, what's up, Doc, old man? When they say that, you the GOAT at something. So I figured he was going to be the GOAT at this, as he was. So I meet up with him, and he's like, you know, first question out his mouth. I told God, I was like, God, I really don't want to compromise in this area. Like, I really want to play what I want to play. You know, I want to play praise and worship, right? I don't care if it's CCM. I don't care if it's gospel, but I want to play praise and worship. So when I went in, I'm like, sir, my friend Isha went with me, Isha Fastanisha. I'm going to insert her information in the description box. She was walking this journey with me. So she went with me, and he was like, you know, what kind of genre of music you want to play or whatever. And I was like, I really want to play Christian music, like gospel music. And he was like, oh, okay, like you saved? And I was like, yes, sir, I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. You know, I'm in it with the whole sentence, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, okay, what church you go to? And I was like, I go to Miracle Deliverance Temple. And he like, Keith Gray. And I was like, yeah. He was like, that's my kind of pastor. He a pretty cool dude. I know your pastor. My wife went to school with him and all of that. Tell him his real name. He was like, tell him so-and-so said hi. Mention my wife's name because he'll probably know her because she was in class with him. So I'm like, all right, cool, you know. And I felt like he was like, I'm saved too. And I was like, glory, because. And he was like, I can help you with that. He was like, I, you know, play a lot of songs. I write some music for praise and worship and stuff. He was like, so yeah, we can do that. We can work on that. Why don't you pick a couple of songs you want to learn? And then we'll do that. And I'm like, God, I thank you, because I really, y'all know, like, I don't know how this whole thing goes with music. I don't know much about that, but I do know that I don't want to be compromised out here, right? Music has a way of captivating your mind and taking you places mentally you don't really need to go. So yeah, I just didn't want to compromise, and I ain't have to. He was like, I got you. Like, I got you. We finna do, you know, whatever kind of genre you want to do, and I'm going to teach you some music theory. Now, what I learned from having a piano instructor is music theory. I used to know how to read music. I used to know how to play. My cousin was gifted enough to learn to play by ear. I could only play by reading music. And he was jealous of me, child, and I was jealous of him. So I kind of want to learn both when it comes to the guitar. I want to learn how to play by ear, pick up a song, and play it that way. And I also want to learn music theory. I want to learn to read music, and all the fun things about music and playing this guitar or whatever. So he's like, I got you. He was like, you can probably learn to play music on your own because you've played before, but I'm going to help you get some music theory up under your belt, right? So he tells me all these cool drills we'll go over a little bit later in the video. And I'll show y'all some of the stuff that he showed me. I'm still trash. All right, so this is a little bit of spidering, y'all. I be sucking it up. And when I tell y'all my biggest crutch is this, so I have to stop doing that. Like to brace my hands. Oh, I need a different pick. So one thing I learned when I was at guitar lessons last week is if I'm picking, I need to use a different pick than the one that I used to strum with. So I need like a firmer pick. So some of the drills that I do, not that y'all care, I don't know if y'all care or not, but he has me spider, and I have to learn like alternate picking. So he makes me do that all the way down the fretboard, like all the way down. Then I have to keep going, and then I gotta go this way. Look at the muted notes. I blows it. So I have to do that. And y'all see how bad that is. I got to go all the way down, and then I have to go up. I ain't practiced these before I did these. I'm telling y'all, I'll be having to get warmed up, but I'm just trying to get y'all this work right quick. So he has me do my, I think he said, I don't know if I want to say F scale, G scale. Let me see what he calls it, y'all. I crack myself up with the name of these G scale. The do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, da joint. If he saw my fingers move like that, he would like spaz because I'm supposed to use this finger for this one. But anyway, so that's that one. And then he's teaching me my minor pentatonic scale, which is y'all, I gotta speed up. But this is where I'm at with that. So those are some of the drills that I'm doing. And then I also do like other things, like I work my hands out to build the strength on my hands and stuff like that. But yeah, stay tuned. So he shows me that stuff, and I was like, man, you know, this is hard. Like, I was so intimidated. It's nothing like the piano. Notes, yeah, they're the same, but the positioning of them on this fret is nothing like the piano. Okay, so I was like, a whole new world. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm all ears. I'm gonna learn. He was like, I just want you to start with something real simple. He was teaching me different ways to spider, to strengthen my fingers. And then I took it upon myself to learn a couple of songs that I wanted to learn on my own. So I wrote out the notes. I wrote out the words. I'll actually show you guys that, because I keep a little notebook. He makes me keep a notebook for class anyway. But I write them out. And I write out the notes, so they kind of look like this. Like, I'll get the words, I'll write the notes in there. I kind of write down at the top the name of the song, who sings it, what key it's in, where the capo is placed, what the strum pattern is, and what the strum pattern looks like. I can get you guys a close-up of this. I'll insert a photo right here. Okay. But yeah, this was one of the first songs that I wanted to learn on my own. And y'all, so I lead worship in my church with a couple of other people, y'all, and they cold. But I'm going to tell y'all, it's a whole nother breed of anything, learning to play music and sing at the same time. I can sing, glory be to God, a little bit, you know what the humble artists say. I could sing a little bit. I could hold a note, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to being able to riff and run while you're playing this guitar, it's so hard, y'all. But it's all a part of the learning process. So yeah, I learned how to play the song. I pressed myself to learn how to sing along with the song. Thank God I already knew a little bit of the song. And I pressed myself to learn to play and sing at the same time. One song, okay? And I'm actually working on probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, probably like 4 other songs. So yeah, I pushed myself to practice and to learn, and I picked up my guitar every single day. Now, I got that one free lesson, right? And they hit me with the woo wop the bam right afterwards. Like, you can get 4 lessons for $100. Bro, I done already spent money that them. I could have used it for something else. Now, it don't matter that I ain't have it, somebody gave it to me, but I could have used that money that they gave to me for something else, so I already felt the way about it. And I did not want to pay for lessons. I just didn't want to spend no more money on it. And my friend Isha was like, God told me to bless you. She hate when I tell people that she was helping me. But she was like, God told me to bless you. And she blessed me with the money for my lessons. So I've been in it for like a month and a half now. And matter of fact, it was a discount. So instead of being $100, it was like $75. And because they didn't have a guy there to process my my registration, I got another free lesson. So I got a 15-minute lesson for free. I got a 30-minute lesson for free. And then I got 4 more lessons that came with the package or whatever. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, y'all. I have been studying. Let me go over some of the stuff I study. I'm gonna try to insert pictures of what I'm talking about, y'all, so I don't have to get up and move and, you know, show y'all my little notebook. So the first thing I thought about when I wanted to learn to play the guitar is what it looks like, what the parts are, what they do, how they move, how should I take care of it. So I did a little bit of that. And I went online and I printed out what the guitar head looks like and the notes that are on there for the strings. I got all these fun little words. I'll take a picture of y'all. I wrote down, I took a picture of what a fret looks like, and wrote down the different identifiers and the guitar markers and things like that. And then I realized that I wanted to learn guitar theory. Like, I don't want to just know how to play. I want to know where the notes are located, why they're right there, how to identify them like right away. I really want to get good enough at the guitar where I can look at it and know that this is my E string and this is the E because it's an open E down here. And then I need to know that this goes to F and there's no E sharp or minor, just goes straight from E to F. I want to know all of that, right? So I've been working on that. I didn't bring my forms. Oh, yes, I did. I'll insert a picture of this page, and then I'll insert a picture of a page that I do to learn my notes here. And then the note study page is here. So I insert that there. And then I learned a couple of chords. So there are some like beginner chords that everybody learn. Like, you could almost guess them if you play any kind of instruments. So I learned a few beginner chords, and low key, I done found out These jokers out here writing whole songs off of 5 chords. That's it. They using the same 5 chords in different keys, moving their capo around, changing the key that the song is in, changing a little bit of the way that it sounds. And they making like 100 songs. I could literally play 10, well, not memorize or anything, but I could play 10 songs using the same chords over and over and over again in different arrangements, you know, whatever. So I learned a few of those chords. And then I realized I got a few more I need to learn. So I also have a picture of the 12 chords that I need to study, that I need to learn. So I've been working on those. And then I went to my lesson and he talked to me about some other stuff. And I'll insert pictures of those. I don't want y'all to see my raggedy notes, but I'll share a little bit with y'all. So yeah, I'm going to insert some footage. I know y'all want to see somebody play a guitar. So I want y'all to see how terrible I was when I first started. And how long I've been practicing and how not good I am still yet. But I'm not bad, but I'm just not that great yet. So I'm going to insert some footage here so you guys can see.
Alright, so once again, I'm the Headless Horseman. Working on my first song, y'all. It's fun. It just shows you how not great you are yet. But I'm getting it. So, here we go. Alright, so these are the notes that I'm supposed to be playing. G, E minor 7, D sus, and C at 9. The simple art of learning to slow down, slowing this song down in order to learn to play the notes and sing the notes at the very same time was a pivotal point in me learning how to play and sing at the same time.
Alright, so I hope y'all enjoyed that crazy footage. Because I know y'all like sheesh and why is her head not in there? Because I was at the house, okay? So yeah, I gotta tune my guitar and I actually use a guitar tuning app. I have a guitar tuner at home, but I ain't home. I was actually across from the salon because I got a client in a few. So I use Guitar Tuner. I'll screenshot it and insert a picture of what it looks like. But I gotta tune it, so I just kind of play until it beeps a little bit. And it makes a cute little noise.
And this is why they say don't leave your guitar in a humid car, because then you'll have to retune it because it takes itself out of tune, because it's a wooden guitar and it expands and contracts.
All right. It really don't take that long because I normally always have it in tune. So yeah, I done talked to y'all enough. I'm gonna try to play this song because my client is probably like pulling up. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Everything around me is shaking. I've never been more glad I put my faith in Jesus. He's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. What y'all think? Huh? I kind of changed the key. It's easier that way, and I kind of messed up, but I don't even care. One thing I've learned about playing guitar is I mess up and then I'll listen to it later and I really didn't hear no mess up. But if you musicianal geniuses are on here, y'all heard that. But it is what it is. It's all a learning process. I like how vulnerable it makes me, how not knowledgeable it makes me. I like to learn new things. So y'all, I'm really enjoying playing the guitar. That was Firm Foundation. I hope I don't get no copyright strike, because I changed the key. It's my own tempo. It's me playing the music. I don't really know how any of that works. But yeah, so this is that. This is where I am. And I'll be back to y'all with some more once I get a little bit more footage of me blowing it and things like that. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. You guys continue to stay blessed and do your best. Trust God with everything you're doing. I'm trusting him with this. I trust him with that, So y'all stay blessed. Continue to do your best. Peace.